welcome back. It is McKayla, and today we are going to be flying home for Thanksgiving. My husband has some time off of work, so we decided to head home. But with heading home for an extended amount of time, obviously we have to take Penelope. So today's video is going to be all about flying with our dog Penelope through Delta. So if you saw my last videos, you would see that we flew Southwest last time. And so I know what to expect with Southwest. But with Delta, because we haven't flown Delta, we're not really sure what to expect. So I'll just kind of go over like the booking process. So I'm pretty sure that whenever I booked the flight, I don't remember there being an emotional support option. But after I booked the flight and got the confirmation, whenever I went into the confirmation, I could see that I could add a special assistant, which would be the emotional support animal. And so what you have to do is submit paperwork. And I called, so I was making sure like what I need to do to ensure that I have everything ready for the flight. So I submitted my paperwork. They have 3 forms that you have to fill out. So one is going to be your vet, one is going to be the therapist or doctor, and the third one is going to be me, saying that she's trained, that I'm signing that she's gonna behave, you know, stuff like that. And I'm sure I could drop a link in the description of what those forms are. You can find them on Delta online, but I'll just drop them in there as well. So I submitted that paperwork about a month ago. And whenever I submitted it, I never got any email response, and I thought that was, that's kind of weird. But I actually went in again and submitted them because I wanted just to make sure that everything was good, and I still didn't get any sort of email. So whatever, I continued. And so about 2 weeks ago, I called and I was like, hey, I submitted all my papers like 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard anything. Is that normal? And they were like, yeah, let me look at your account, check with the supervisor, make sure that like we see that you have made like a special note, because they can't like see the paperwork or accept it. They have to go to their supervisor, and the supervisor accepts it before 48 hours before your flight. So that's what they told me. The impression that I'm under, you're supposed to show up and they have all the papers, so they're like, okay, we have your paperwork, you're good, and then you're on your way. Yesterday was 24 hours, you know, before the flight, and I still hadn't got any confirmation. So I was like, I'm gonna call, just make sure, whatever. So I called and actually talked to someone. They're like, yeah, we see that there's a note, whatever. So I talked to the supervisor and they're like, yeah, you don't have anything on file. Like, excuse me? I've talked to like 3 other people and they're all like, yeah, we see that you have a note. So this supervisor was like, yeah, I don't have any paperwork for your dog. I'm like, okay, well, should I resubmit it tonight? And they're like, she said, well, it's supposed to be 48 hours before your flight. I'm like, well, I did that like a month ago and have confirmed through phone calls the past month to make sure that everything's okay. Everybody said it was okay. So anyways, I was a little bit annoyed. I mean, just because I've made sure to check up and make phone calls, and so I just kind of feel like their communication was off. Because everybody previously said, yeah, we, from what it looks like, you have your papers pending. So whether that was their miscommunication with me or not, but anyways, the supervisor said just bring in your printed papers to the airport and then they'll have to accept it there. So we're hoping that they accept it. There should be no problems. So we'll tell you how it goes at the airport, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of video of us throughout the airport, just kind of the transition. I will show you a few things I have packed, but the point of me talking right now is basically just letting you know the process of Delta, and make sure to submit those papers online, and then make sure you get a confirmation number that the papers were submitted, because that's what I never got. Whatever, I'm not sure what happened there, but make sure that you get an email confirmation, because apparently you have to get one of those. So So I will show you what I'm packing. I have some popcorn packed because Penelope loves popcorn, so that's like her special treat today. Have her water bottle. I have some Huggies wipes, so if she pees or poops like, and I need to wipe it up, then I have these. So these are all gonna be probably in a backpack. And then I have my fanny pack. And in the fanny pack, I have a lint roller. I have some wipes, so more wipes for if she pees or I need to like, for some reason, like clean off her body or clean off something. I have more wipes, and then I have her food and treats in here. I just give her like one piece of her actual food for a treat, and then I have some other ones mixed in there. So if she really needs something to really obey, then we have that option as well. I fed her breakfast. And I fed her, she has water, so she's eaten all day, but I probably will not feed her lunch. I'll just start giving her treats. So that's kind of my plan for the day, but we will take you guys along and I will see you at the airport. Okay guys, so we made it to the airport. The check-in process was fine. We just gave the papers and he like just literally looked at them for like 2 seconds and then everything was fine. So everything went smoothly. In the security, we had to actually take off all of her leashes and harnesses and stuff like that and carry her through. So that was one thing that was a little bit different than last time, but we're about to get on the flight now. The airport is actually super busy today, so we can't film as much as we wanted to. This is the biggest pet station I've ever seen. She pooped literally right outside the door before we walked in, and then she just went pee. Fun fact, Atlanta has the most pet stations of any airport. They have like 7. Alrighty, we just landed in Oklahoma City and Penelope was pissed. She was so ready to be done with that flight. So she was kind of going crazy like the last 10 minutes. But we landed and everything with Delta was great. I would definitely recommend it. But I will put that link in the description of what papers you have to have because that is important. All the stuff is super nice, so I would definitely recommend Delta. And I'll see you guys next video. Make sure to thumbs up and subscribe because it really supports my channel. See you later.